Welcome to Stargate SG-1 for the first time. Still not a Star Trek podcast. My name is Jeff Akin, and I'm watching Stargate SG-1 for the first time.
And I'm Brent Allen, and I'm watching Stargate SG-1 for the 47th time. But this time, I am watching for the very first time, looking for messages. Sci-fi as a genre is great at putting messages in its shows. Unlike any other genre out there, they just are uniquely suited to do it. So we're looking to see what messages Stargate has put in. You know, those things that hold up a mirror to society, give us hope that things can be better in the future, or just show us how to be plain better human beings to one another.
There are a lot of high chevron episodes in the third season. I'm curious if the fourth season will prove out. Find out if that trend picks up early in the season. Right now, we're watching the second episode, The Other Side. And my prediction was that they're going to be another just planet of the week. We're going back to that. And there'll be warring groups on a planet, and they're going to have to kind of do the double agent thing, working both sides. And we'll see things from the other side.
You're a good guesser, Jeff.
We'll see. What kind of cool stuff you got on this one?
Well, The Other Side, second episode here of season 4. We're now in season 4, which is great. I will tell you, Jeff, my absolute favorite episode of the entire series. It happens in this season. We'll see if it's yours as well.
Okay.
Although it's very, there's some great episodes coming up, but this is just, anyway, original air date, July 7th of the year 2000, written by show creator Brad Wright, directed by Peter DeLuise. So we'll be looking for his cameo. I do happen to know it happens very early in the episode.
Okay.
This episode, Jeff, little heads up for you.
Okay.
This, episode has a big Star Trek crossover.
Yeah, you warned me about this last week.
Big Star Trek crossover. I'm not sure if you're going to know who it is, though, because this person is out of prosthetics.
Okay.
So we'll see if you know their real face versus what we normally see come the television show. But that's all I'm going to give you about this episode. Everything else we will talk about on the other side, which means it is time for us, my friend, to go watch this episode. Hey, for you guys out there, if you're just joining us for the first time, because every episode is somebody's first time, welcome to the show. You guys are amazing. You're awesome. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. The way this works is Jeff and I are going to go watch this episode right now. If you're hanging out with us on YouTube, just stick around because you're going to catch our reaction video to this episode. If you want to see the full unedited version of that reaction, head over to our Patreon page at patreon.com/Bye Nerds, or check the link down below for more updated whatever's we are. I don't know.
We got to get that rhythm back down.
Yeah, we do.
If you're listening to us on a podcasting app, we're about to gate into the future and meet you on The Other Side.
Come on down to the other side.
Okay. I'm going to share my first time
done.
reactions. And Brent will share any of those sci-fi messages that he found. So, Brent, I've already played the joke, so let's go ahead and watch the episode.
You got it.
Chevron 7 locked.
Uh-oh.
That was him. That was Peter DeLuise.
That was him there doing the move.
Yeah.
I'll show you guys how to do this.
He spent the rest of the day in that get up.
Probably the whole filming schedule. He's just like, I'm just going to wear this the whole time. I might have to get in there again.
Right?
This is your afterbase. Have you reached the other side?
Oh my God.
Fala, if you can hear me, please respond.
This is Major Carter of the United States Air Force. It is imperative that you send no one else through the gate.
They can't hear you, Major. We still haven't matched their frequency.
Historians believe this Stargate's a portal to the world of our ancestors. Your kindred are besieged by a powerful enemy, unwilling to listen to reason. Our supplies are all but gone. Our defenses are on the verge of collapse. Help us, please.
I think I recognize the voice.
You might.
I'm gonna hold on to it for a second, but there's a little bit to it.
There were 4 off-world activations prior to this one.
It's a Star Trek voice. I know that.
The entire time. How many impact?
Did you see his name?
No. Did it flash?
Yeah.
I'm still pretty trained to not look at those credits that go.
No, it's on his. Look at his name badge.
Oh, his name? No, I didn't see. I thought you meant the credits.
No.
I'm gonna go look up your Rhonda.
Guess we're still in the cold open. So
yeah.
Does his name tag say Chevron guy?
Not your fault. On.
Yes, sir.
It'll be upset the Iris literally did its job.
Yeah.
What it's there for.
There it is. All right, you want to tell us who you think?
Suck. Huh?
You want to tell us who you think, or you want to keep it in your pocket for now?
I think it's the actor Rene Auberjonois.
Auberjonois,
I guess.
Auberjonois. Well, we'll find out. I'm not going to confirm or deny.
Got that voice.
Assuming they make contact again, and assuming they transmit the coordinates to their world, what kind of help can we seriously offer?
Food, clothing, medical supplies.
Clearly, they seek military assistance above all else.
God knows who they're up against.
They themselves may be Goa'uld. Such a ruse would be keeping within their tactics.
I don't think that's the case, Teal'c.
They call themselves our kindred.
Some of whom have already met their deaths against the closed iris. That's hardly the ground on which to build diplomatic relations.
This is a quick death. Oh, add another one.
Sir, we have another off-world activation.
Is that what that sound means?
To our equipment, Major.
Thanks. Haven't been doing this very long.
This time.
Thank you, Sergeant.
I like the guy at the computer who's wearing a lab coat.
Hey, Doc, can you do this real quick?
Hey, chemist, come over here.
Hello, this is General Hammond of the United States Air Force. Can you hear me?
Yes, and may I say, General, that your voice answers our prayers. I am prepared to step through the portal immediately.
Do not do that.
No.
May I ask why?
We have in place an impenetrable shield called an iris that would result in your death.
Then, the 3 volunteers we sent through the portal?
They smeared nicely.
There was no way to determine if they were friend or foe.
I see. Clearly, we must gain your trust.
Yes.
Clearly.
They're transmitting visual. How?
Now you can see for yourself.
Yep, there he is.
That we are kindred.
We do.
There is much my people have to offer in exchange for your help.
We need to know more about this enemy you're facing.
There's us.
It's not really clear what's going on, like, from all that. Like, I'm like, you did not add that much clarity.
So what do we do? There is nothing that can be done, Daniel Jackson, without the coordinates to their world.
You've got them.
I'm going to start doing mine like that.
Before disengaging.
I think you should. And bleach blonde it.
Well, it's pretty bleached.
No, I need to go. You got to darken it and then blonde it.
And then bring it back.
But this is the first time the descendants of Earth have actually called home. I mean, either we try to do something or we let them die.
I like that there's still just this overall assumption, and I know they established it in like the second episode, but Earth is the progenitor of every other human species out there.
Mm-hmm.
Not that there could be a progenitor for Earth.
No.
You know,
this is it.
Everybody came from Earth's history, not theirs.
Yeah.
Like, say it a little arrogant there, Daniel.
They dropped it, and that's just what it is.
Although this is television, they established it and said, this is the rule.
They said it.
Yeah, they said it. Well, what if they were lying? But they weren't.
They said it. So,
all right. But what if they said it, but they were wrong? I've watched enough Star Trek to know. Just because they say it doesn't make it so.
Does it always make it so you did the thing?
It's your call, sir.
Colonel?
No, I already know what you're going to say.
You have a go.
But from a strictly humanitarian point of view...
what?
We cannot and would not devote the resources to turn the tide of a world war. However, as Dr. Jackson points out, there are humanitarian concerns. I've already talked to the President and Joint Chiefs. If the Iranian government is open to trade, you're authorized to negotiate.
Sure.
While they're under fire, why don't you go in there and negotiate for technology?
Jack's going to be the negotiator on that one.
I don't think he's put too many points into that skill tree.
Right. I mean, to be fair, here's what Jack would do is he would, like, let's say Daniel's the better person to do it. Jack would let Daniel do it just with his authority. Like, he is the team leader. I guess he needs to be
right.
You've got that look.
To which look are you referring?
One that says I have misgivings about this mission, but deep down I know we're doing the right thing?
No, the other one.
Oh.
Prepare for incoming gold channel communication.
Before we gate into the rest of this episode, did you know you're missing most of the content from this podcast? Stargate SG-1 for the first time has an active and exciting Patreon that you can join right now by clicking the link in the show notes. Not only will you get access to the full, unedited podcast and reaction videos, you'll also be able to join a growing, vibrant, maybe even an intergalactic community. Subscribers even get access to all of our content from Babylon 5 for the first time. Don't miss out on this content and the amazing people. Just click the link in the show notes. Tilk thinks you should do it right now.
Indeed.
I love that his eyebrows aren't so.
Yeah. He's gone through some really rough image stuff, and it feels like he's starting to settle.
Yeah. Season 3, 4. Like,
yeah, that's when things come into play.
Yeah.
It's the late 90s, so the show, or the early 2000s, it didn't grow its beard, it grew its soul patch.
Literally. Oh, there he is.
You have come.
It's a Lars, sir. He needs medical attention.
Disarm, now! Where did you come from?
These are our kindred of Earth. They have come to save us.
Dude, she looks like Linda Hamilton.
I was just saying, Sarah Connor.
It's not her, but it's
the hairstyle, I think, too, and just kind of jacked.
Then why haven't you tried to evacuate through the Stargate?
Because of what I'm about to show you.
Cryogenically frozen people.
It's the Takan.
They're in stasis.
It's the Matrix.
Their autonomic functions have been regulated so that their hearts beat but once every few minutes. We had little choice but to live underground, and this facility's resource.
And take a minute and make this my Mass Effect moment. In the end of the first Mass Effect, you go to a place called Ilos, where this exact same thing happens, where it looks almost exactly like this. So,
when was Mass Effect made?
2007 was the first one.
This was 2000, just saying.
Oh, yeah. Well, we talked about it before. Mass Effect is the homage to all other sci-fi.
To all of them.
All of them.
To all of them, yes. Yes.
Resources are limited. It was the only way to preserve the generation of my father.
May they be revived again.
Not until the day we reclaim our world.
How many are there?
Thousands sleep here. Thousands more in another chamber like this one.
So who got to stay
Awaiting
awake?
the end of a war that will not end.
It's a game master situation where like someone has to be awake to keep everything going, and that's the crew that's getting attacked right now. Got to protect their stasis in this new Stargate we just
From this
found.
room, we conduct our national defense. An enemy craft is approaching our perimeter. Would any of you care to attempt to shoot it down?
It's a video game.
The target is merely an unmanned reconnaissance drone sent for bomb damage assessment.
Unmanned.
Think of it as a demonstration, Colonel.
Sure.
Taking a lot on blind faith.
I was gonna say, this is about to do something. They don't know how this works. Or
You will find the weapon system most intuitive. The hand controls are secondary.
Yeah, in Fallout 3, this interface did not turn out
Whatever
well.
your mind wants it to do, sir.
Oh! Things fast.
You are piloting several aerofighters at once in formation.
I need to see the monitor that everybody else is watching.
Yeah.
What he's seeing.
Looks like a biplane.
Good news, Jackson Air Force guy.
I love how it's so future techie right here, but also that's how we do things now.
Yeah.
Just they actually use Xbox controllers for it now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Got to stay with your generation.
Mm-hmm.
Bad for an old guy, huh?
All right, Jeff, you've seen lots of sci-fi before. Make a prediction on where this is going.
Yeah, so that guy has no left. He's just a drone for doing this. And so they're breeding people to go fight their wars.
They're breeding people to go fight their wars. And why is that guy, as you so eloquently just put it?
Because he's just there to like control the ships that are the aero fighters.
And you think he was one of the guys in the stasis pods that they thought out or something?
No, I think that like they have people that they breed up or put through whatever so that they just go and fight these aero
Oh,
fight
this is all they do. Yeah, yeah. Okay, I see.
It's like an endless war sort of a thing.
Gotcha.
What's with him?
Olan is one of our best pilots, Colonel, but he's spent most of his adult life in that chair. Years of exposure to the neural interface is damaging. Very few of us, including myself, can ever pilot again without risking what has happened to Olan. Excuse me.
They're not breeding them, but they're...
Rest assured, Colonel, your brief exposure will cause you no harm.
And he's got just enough kind of crazy going on that, like, you're negotiating with the baddies here. Or they're all just that. There are no good guys or bad guys, and it's all this, like...
I intended to save this bottle to toast the end of the war to friendship.
I think this is a stark reminder that...
Friendship.
Friendship.
Whenever you go through a Stargate, whenever you make first contact with another world, depending on what sci-fi show you're on, you're not meeting the representative of the entire world, you know?
You did not join in the pledge.
I do not consume alcohol.
It is a most efficient means of power generation.
Heavy water. It's like regular water, sir, except the hydrogen nucleus contains two...
I know what heavy water is, Major. And if that's what the Rondans need, we'd be happy to provide.
In return,
so we can make heavy water.
People how to construct weapons systems such as ours. Aerofighters, stasis devices, fusion reactors.
Sounds fair.
Jack?
Daniel?
Shouldn't we ask them what they want the heavy water for?
Oh, I don't think so.
The power generated by your heavy water would be used to reinforce our defenses, Dr. Jackson.
Daniel?
Be used to continue the war.
And in due course, to strike back at the enemy.
There it is. There it is.
Jack?
Daniel, shouldn't we have this discussion some other time?
No,
yes.
I don't think so.
You should, actually.
Surely you can understand our desire to end a war that has lasted for a generation.
No, I do understand that, Alar. I do. It's just that Stargate, because it's capable of transporting your people to another world entirely.
But I have told you, thousands of our people are in stasis.
We'll take them out of stasis and find a new home.
Then what would all this have been for? This is our home.
I'm sorry, I just don't understand why you would want to continue to fight a war when there's another choice.
Daniel?
Do you even realize what they're offering? At what price?
Oh, for crying out loud.
Where you go?
For crying out loud.
There we go.
What I can do to help.
Doctor, you don't approve.
You said yourself that we could not and would not devote the resources necessary to win a war.
Obviously, I was speaking in terms of committing military assets, human lives.
But there was a moral issue.
Yes.
But if we can provide the power of all that and more in the form of water, then the moral issue just evaporates. We've only ever seen one side of this. Do we even know why they're fighting?
For their lives.
There you go.
Yes, and I was all for saving those lives, but we're about to go way beyond that. We're about to turn the tide of a world war that we know nothing about against an enemy that we know nothing about.
That's a good point.
Is that the right way to get their technology? Yes, but is it the right thing to do?
It's a fair question, sir.
In the meantime, we have question. Yes. As soon as the attack is over, we will provide all that we have promised.
That's actually fair.
Yeah, totally. We're being fired on right now. There are bombs being dropped.
Mine's going for the deck.
What's the deck? I don't recall them ever saying. Gonna buzz the tower. What did you see? You kept looking away. Oh my God. I'm having that experience. It's all you guys are having.
No, I saw everything. He was going there shooting. He got blasted. And then, oh gosh. Like he had a physical reaction to getting blowed up. Is that not what happened?
No. You want to? They'll explain it. Do you want to see it? It happened. It happened very, very quickly.
Okay, do it again. Go back.
Because I know what it is, I immediately see it.
Okay.
You, the first time watcher, should immediately see it too and understand exactly what it is.
Because it's there.
It's clear as day. It's right there.
Okay, let's do it again.
All right.
I have all my notes, so.
Don't even blink, dude.
There was a dude. There was a person.
It was clear as day, right?
But I tell you what, if you didn't tell me there was a thing going on there, no way I would have seen that.
You would have looked over to the side or just blinked, or you'd have been looking somewhere else in the screen at the moment for a second. Or
the color scheme of the dude and look at me assuming it's a dude. The color scheme of the pilot and the outfit they were wearing and everything, it all just blended. I just happened to kind of see the face.
Also, Brent pointed out, hey, there's something here you gotta look at.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And I made you watch it 3 times until you got it.
O'Neill, are you all right?
Enemy bomber destroyed.
What the hell was that?
The lead aerofighter in your formation struck an enemy bomber head-on.
I saw people in that thing. You said they were unmanned.
I said the reconnaissance craft was an unmanned drone. It presented an easy target and therefore a suitable demonstration. But their bombers are manned. You have killed several of our enemy, Colonel. And we are grateful.
Welcome to the bloodbath.
Yep.
Dan, also, he's like, maybe Daniel had a point.
Ooh, now that I'm actually part of the war.
Yeah, look at how he's standing there looking all like with the stuff. Yeah, these are the bad guys.
Require to end this war once and for all.
Through genocide.
What?
Silence. I hardly recognize it. When at full strength, our defense field makes us as invulnerable as when I was aboard. I propose
it's a weird reference.
that we write into words what we already share in our hearts.
Before we do that, I have a question.
General Hammond would also like to know, sir.
It's all right, Colonel. I don't mind.
How did this war start?
The first enemy bombs fell on Yoranda in a surprise attack. That is how this war began, Doctor.
And for that, we have only your word.
3 of our best men died attempting to reach Earth through your Stargate.
Well, that was an accident.
And
yeah, not our
only
problem.
your word.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
Any more questions?
They hit a wall.
Yes, I'd like to know more about your enemy.
Is this part of your bargaining process, Colonel?
Not normally.
What more can we promise than everything we have?
Why don't you just answer the question?
Colonel O'Neill, do we have an agreement?
We do.
Jack.
Daniel, shut up.
No subtlety there.
There it is.
Is that clear enough?
Each side of the war is going to have their justification that makes perfect sense to them.
I understand you shot
where
down
Daniel was
an
going
enemy
was the wrong
bomber
question.
for us, Colonel. Congratulations. Perhaps you'll try your hand at it again. Perhaps it would be best if the Jafar did not return.
Kill? Why? He hasn't said a word.
It's not what he said.
It's what he is.
Well, he's different. I'll grant you that.
Not like us.
Not like us. Oh, saw that coming. Probably not the point of the episode, but also all the Eurondans we've seen are white. So that's
We're not going.
Even more uncomfortable.
Why?
Because you're right, Daniel.
We're going to have a look around first. You ask questions.
I thought you told me to.
I know what I said, Daniel. It was rude and short-sighted, and I'm sorry.
Well, thank you for recognizing that.
Now I'm saying this. Go ask questions.
Definitely seeing that Daniel's not military.
Right.
And that Jack's a great leader.
One single fusion reactor is capable.
He said what he did wrong.
Power.
Confessed. He said he was sorry.
Perfect.
I assume you
Could have asked for forgiveness, but I'll let that
from
one slide.
seawater.
Yes.
Close it.
Wasn't the time.
70% of the Earth's surface is ocean, so heavy water production shouldn't be a problem.
The war was inevitable
Well, how long did you expect to stay down here?
until the air was free from poison. Excuse me.
They're vault tech. They're all getting their pieces of the
What's your
puzzle.
impression of Alar? He is concealing something. Like what? I am unsure. He is concealing it.
What does it mean?
Logan's Run. That's what it is.
Mm-hmm. The same. Every damn one of them's the same.
Meaning, Jeff, to your point,
Yep,
they
they're
were all
breeding
white.
them.
And they were all of the same hair color and ilk. Yeah. For whatever it's worth,
Farrell.
Jeff, you just said it's probably not the point of the episode.
I just thought that since we're going to be allies, I thought we should get to know a little bit more about our new enemy. But they must have a name. What do you call them?
Sometimes we call them breeders.
Breeders.
Yeah.
How they reproduce, indiscriminately, with no regard for genetic purity.
Really? So basically they come in all shapes and sizes.
Yes.
And colors.
Yes.
I love the disgust in her voice.
Really?
Like,
So basically, they have sex.
yeah, with people.
This storage cylinder contains plans, specifications, and formulas upon which our technology is based.
These pipes extend from the lowest level right up to the surface.
Yes.
But you said the atmosphere was poisoned. It doesn't make any sense.
Enemy bombers approach the perimeter.
Engage them.
Pretty cool table there.
It was a preemptive strike. Your enemy, when they began bombing, they were trying to stop you.
Now is not the time, Major.
It kind of is the time.
The defense field is at minimum sustainable strength.
Transfer energy from the stasis room.
'Cause that's all it needs is more energy.
Yeah.
The Urandans built this place long before the war started. They planned it from the beginning.
Right, but how do they expect to win a war from underground?
There are these enormous gas pipes that run from holding tanks underneath this facility right up to the surface.
And the surface is poisoned.
They didn't just start a war. They were trying to exterminate them.
It was his vision. My father saw that breeders were spreading across the face of Uranda like a plague, millions of them. We don't know how so many of them manage to survive, but they do in spite of our best efforts. Contact your General Hammond. Tell him we need that fuel immediately.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that.
Contact your General Hammond.
Here's an idea. Bash him over the head. Grab the little thing. He has all the information. Run for the Stargate. Close the iris.
Let them come after you. There you go. They're working for the other side.
They're escorting the enemy bombers. What? He's attacking our own fighters.
Stop him!
Hey, turns out they can fight too.
It could have all been yours!
I wouldn't follow us if I were you.
Wait! Wait! I can teach you everything I know! Just let me come with you! Please!
Yeah. Close the iris.
Close the iris. Do it.
I take it, Colonel, that you were unable to procure any of the Urandan technologies.
That's correct, sir.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Don't be.
And there's the end. All right, Jeff, you and I have just watched The Other Side. Took a couple breaks, rewound it a little bit, watched a few things back, but we have finally made it through. Take us through it. Your first watch of The Other Side.
Well, for those joining us on the podcasting side of things, I guessed pretty quickly that our Star Trek guy was Rene Auberjonois, just from his voice. And yeah, he was full Auberjonois.
Yeah.
He wasn't Auberjonois. A couple of things I want to point out before I just talk about my reaction to it, but this had some really powerful video game call outs for me.
Yeah.
So there's a moment where they go into the room and there's these stasis chambers all up and down. It's direct from near the end of Mass Effect 1 when they go to Ilos and they're at the Prothean Archive. Very similar setup in every way. Even the whole, like, this is going to save our people against this, impending attack sort of a thing.
Right, right.
So another thing that Mass Effect pulled from Stargate. Another one that came out is these little fighters. They had these drones. They developed drone fighters before we had drone fighters, but they had these pods they had to get into and sit in. That's direct out of Fallout 3. They go to Tranquility Lane. You go and experience a different reality. Also came after this. So this episode influenced quite a bit of powerful video game sci-fi that came after it.
There you go.
At first, I really thought this was just a episode. Like, this will be interesting. Early on, we're going to find out, is there like a breeding program? Is this a never-ending war? Like, what sci-fi trope are we going to kind of hit in this one? And it was near the end when, well, early on, I was like, yeah, they're not too keen on Tilk. And I think it's just because he's different. They kept using the term kin and kindred.
Yep.
And I made the comment during the watch. I'm like, well, there's 2 Ks. I wonder if we're going to get a third. We didn't. All I had to do was start saying kith and kin and kindred. We'd have the KKK that we ended up getting at the end.
Yeah.
This was Nazis in the future, and not Nazis like in the vein of like fascism and the way we look at Nazis today. Like, we're recording this in 2024. And so we'll just say in the context of that, Nazis in the sense of we are the super race and everyone else is lesser. They call them breeders.
Yeah.
They just breed
Such
and
disgust.
discriminate. different shapes and sizes. Oh, it's so gross. But they hit it right on the nose. Like everybody was white, blonde, blue-eyed, and just the fervor. I love when they bring in different guest actors who just bring it. You know, we've had some really good acting from all of our Star Trek people, except Dwight Schultz. And it's been, I'm not going to let that one go. But but this was great. Just the way that his progress from, like, you start being sympathetic. Oh my gosh, he sounds so desperate and hurt, and he just wants to do great stuff. And oh my goodness. And then just slowly he just starts changing the stank on his delivery a little bit to the point. He's just like this megalomaniacal person, just like, yes, let's do this thing. And it's so great. And we're finally going to live out my father's vision and destroy those breeders. Oh,
dirty breeders.
This ended up being a really powerful episode and a really good episode. I like this one quite a bit. I like the way that Stargate does this quite a bit now that I'm thinking of it. Really makes you think it's one thing.
Yeah.
And then kind of just takes it a little direction that just, and it's not like a weird whoosh out of nowhere thing. It's like, of course we ended up here. It's the way it's laid out and it goes is really well done. So yeah, this is a good episode. Plan of the week. I'm going to count this on my prediction, because I said, they're going to be on a planet with warring factions. They're going to have to work both sides, double agent sort of a thing. Well, that's how they won. They got in their little unmanned drones, and Jack and Tilk went and worked for the other side to make it happen. So I'm going to count this one as me predicting it correctly.
Nailing the whole thing.
I mean, it's the first time in 36 episodes, 38 episodes. So, it's bound to happen eventually. But I'm excited about this. We get to update our tracking board.
Yes.
In a unique way also.
Oh, yeah?
So we get to add a For Crying Out Loud. But it wasn't there was no humor in this For Crying Out Loud.
Yeah.
Jack was at the end of his rope and just with Daniel and was just for crying out loud and took off like an entirely different delivery from him. Still counts.
I like it.
A couple of things we talked about in the episode that lead me to believe. Hold on, I'm going to say that whole thing again. There were a couple things that we talked about in the episode that lead me to believe you've got quite a bit for this next section. Brent, what sci-fi messages did you pull out of the other side?
I mean, Jeff, I was taking notes the entire back half of the episode.
Yeah.
Like once everything started unfurling, and I've seen this episode a lot, I knew exactly where it was going. I knew exactly what it was. And there were still things that I was like, oh, let me just simply say this. We have come to a spot. We've done for the first time podcast YouTube show genre enough where we really try to avoid saying Star Trek messages and really be sci-fi messages, because one, Star Trek doesn't own the entire market on sci-fi. Also, it's sci-fi as a genre that allows messages to really be said in a certain way that other genres just don't do. So, and also there's no one way to do it. It's like, just because it has a message doesn't make it a Star Trek message. It's just a message. That being said, despite Renee Auberjonois being in this episode, this episode could have been lifted from a modern day episode of Star Trek itself.
Yeah.
And completely. Just moved the script over. Very correctly you stated, and I did look this up, and as far as the research I could find, this is actually true. This episode is exactly what it says it was. These guys were Nazis.
Yeah.
They were the Nazis. This is what happens if Adolf Hitler's son grew up and took over the organization, and they were just about to lose.
Yeah.
There was a lot of notes I hit, but it wasn't until the last one that I think it all sort of came into focus. So for brevity's sake, I want to just really come down to this one.
Okay.
Because what it does is I found a really cool juxtaposition.
There you go.
I think that shows really where we want to go with this whole deal. We could talk about the right and wrongs of everything. Hey, find out about your enemy before you get in bed, or find out about these new people before you get in bed with them.
Yeah.
We could speak to, what is it here in America? There's, historically recently there's 2 big wars going on and we're just feeding ammunition and stuff over there. And we could talk about whether that's right, wrong, or indifferent, because that's exactly where Jack and these guys found themselves to be.
Exactly.
But what really struck me was the very final scene where Jack and Teal'c escorted people in, then cleared the way for the bomber. And then not only that, kamikaze their drone into the bunker.
Yeah.
Which effectively we're going to leave this episode with the impression that they just lost.
Yeah.
We don't know, but that's the impression we're leaving this episode with. Lost, and they lost because they all died in really ugly ways. Let me say this right now as well while I'm thinking about this before I move on. I just want to say that racism is wrong. I want to say that there is beauty in difference and diversity. And in fact, we're stronger because of our diversity, not because we would be weaker if everybody was the same.
Absolutely.
So I just want to be very clear.
Say power to the breeders.
Yeah. Also, I would very much rather be a breeder than whatever the heck they were doing.
Yeah. If you don't know, breeding's pretty awesome.
It really
pretty
is.
Great.
I like it.
Yeah.
Now, all of that being said, here's the thing. You need to know who you're getting in bed with. And I think that's really the message of this whole deal. What we saw was 2 different sides of something happening. SG-1, in the vast majority of the episode, was this. SG-1 comes to this planet. They meet these group of people. They've got some advanced technology that we don't. And hey, that's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
We need to, and by the way, it's our mission, and we actually have a need for that kind of stuff. And this could really help us. And this could really do a lot. You know what they never really talked about is what happens this is going to come into the hands of the American military.
Oh.
What happens when this turns on our own people and is not just to defend against Apophis?
Isn't that what the Tolan have brought up, actually?
Yeah, a lot. Yeah. This is why the Prime Directive exists.
Exactly.
Is for this reason right here. Now, that being said, that wasn't dealt with in this episode, so I'll come back. But we wanted their technology, and all we had to do is just give them this thing that we had really easy to give them to them. This heavy water, got the deuterium in it. And what are they going to do? Well, that's not on us.
Right.
That's still them. This is what we're here for. I have no problem. Jack did have a little problem with the idea that one thing was manned.
Yeah.
You told me it wasn't manned, but now it's manned. And now, until he realized that they were evil, dirty, racist Nazi scum.
Yeah.
And then he goes in and he's like, oh, they're all the same, all the same, all the same. And Daniel's sitting here trying to say the entire time, we need to know who we're getting involved with, right? There's the moral question. There's the ethical question. There's also the question of survival, because I want to look at this now from just a moment from the perspective of Alar and the Urondans. They met these people through the Stargate.
Mm-hmm.
They suspected they were their ancestors. Maybe they were, maybe they weren't. Suspected they were their ancestors. Let's just say they were. That's cool. They brought them in. We'll give you this. We'll do this. We'll give you that. We just need your deuterium. We don't know who you are. We don't know what your morals are. We don't know what your ethics are. We don't care. What we know is you have that thing that we need, and we need to get it from you. And we'll give you anything and everything we can do to get it. Hey, by the way, SG-1 looked at all this technology and said, hey, we need all that technology because it's actually really important to the war that we're fighting and potentially fighting. And we'll give you whatever you need to get it. And we were not ask any questions. What we saw happen with the Urondans, though, is that became their undoing.
Mm-hmm. They
were able to survive at least 2 generations, maybe longer, in this war until they got in bed with a new friend. And turns out that friend had a different set of morals, values, a different way of doing things. And they let them get too close. They put them in the cockpit.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? SG-1 was about to do that for Earth with the Urondans. My point being, both sides tried to get in bed with each other without actually knowing who each other was. Now, by the way, that's just good life advice. Right? Don't get into bed with somebody unless you really know who they are. Just take
apply that as you will. Take
it from an old man here. Like just better to know the person first. So whatever. Because if you don't, it could be your undoing. You know, frankly, had they gotten all this technology, yeah, some of it would have been cool. But as the Tolans have taught us, and as Star Trek has taught us, and any of these shows, it probably would have wound up being our undoing as well.
Not ready for it.
This is exactly what they were. These guys were they're down in the bunkers. They were white. They had blonde hair and they were of certain ilk and certain size and this is genocide. These guys were genociding everybody else out there. It's exactly who they were. This episode was written with intent. It was written with purpose. It was fulfilled. One of the things Stargate does a lot, they'll throw out an issue, but then they don't discuss it. They just sort of leave it there. Not at all what happened in this one. They looked at this from every single angle they could. Jeff, this is a 7 Chevron episode.
Absolutely. I think to the intent of it as well, we got, just to your point, the Uranians are just on a path. We trust you. This is it. We're going to do these things. We're going to do it, blah, blah, blah. Jack, I made a comment during the watch, but Jack was a great leader. And when he started to have questions, he apologized to Daniel.
Yeah.
And then he told him to keep asking questions. Jack was open to change. Jack was open to seeing things a different way. He came in blinded. I want that stuff. It's awesome. Cool. We're just going to get it. Shut up. Stop asking questions. We're just getting the stuff. Oh, wait, there was a dude in that bomber. I have questions now. So I'm going to pause, reassess the situation, and change my mind. So I think they gave us both sides of this issue, and they did it beautifully.
Mm-hmm.
Totally seven chevrons. No question.
So, Jeff, I get to rate these episodes. You, my friend, are tasked with probably the much more enjoyable task of ranking these episodes. Now, we did something a little different this time, something we haven't done before yet on this particular show, where when we had the 2 episodes that ended the last season and began this season, we usually smush those together as one. But as we noted, those were really 2 very different episodes, just with a link in the middle. So our current number 1 episode is just Small Victories.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's this one, The Other Side. Jeff, where do you rank this? It's only 1 and 2. Does this one beat out Small Victories for you, or is it the new number 2 or number 22, depending on how you want to throw it?
Yeah, this isn't a late delivery or anything like that, or a dark whatever that was.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not 22. It is number 2 in this one. This was a powerful episode. It was a great episode. It wasn't Small Victories, right? Which was, that was big. It was, and I think that's a thing I'm starting to pick up now. We're in the 4th season.
Mm-hmm.
You got a season opener, you got a season finale, and then you usually have one or two in the middle where they're just we're spending all of the money on these episodes and putting everything in them. And those are going to float to the top, I think, just because they're meant to. This one, though, I can definitely see staying close to this position. Because, you told me season 4's got some great stuff, so we'll see. But number 2 for now. I think it's going to stay high, but we'll see where it goes.
My prediction is this will be an episode that gets lost in the season.
Wow.
Gets lost in time. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
As the season goes on, you're like, wait, what was that episode about? Oh yeah, that was really good. But I think you'll see some others that just that are going to hit a little harder. Although I will say this, for whatever it's worth, I've seen this episode I don't know how many times. It's one of those, like I said, there I go, oh, I know there's a message there. I see it. I get what they're trying to say, but I've never thought about it.
Mm-hmm.
This is the first time I've ever really thought about it. So I kind of have a new appreciation for this episode that I've never really had before.
Yeah, I can imagine.
All right. So number 2 is Where We Are. Well, Jeff, that is then going to do it for The Other Side. Renee Bourgeois gets to go back and be Odo.
He's going to go back to the kitchen and make some le poisson.
Le poisson. Would you like to know what we're watching next week?
Yeah.
All right. A little bit of a lighter episode, I'll say. No, just a little bit. Watching an episode called Upgrades. Jeff, would you care to venture a guess as to what Upgrades is all about?
Upgrades. They're going to get some upgrades to their techno. Maybe we just had this stuff with the Asgard, right? And so maybe the Asgard are going to kind of come back, and Thor's very grateful for the whole thing, and they're going to kind of upgrade just some of the stuff for them, some of their weaponry, some of the stuff around the SGC.
The production got some new money, so now they can do some cool stuff that they haven't been able to do before.
Sparkle it up a little bit. In fact, maybe what it is this is just me wishful thinking, but we saw in this episode going after technology the wrong way for the right reasons. What we're going to see in upgrades is unintentionally getting the cool stuff because we did things the right way.
You're a good guesser, Jeff.
Yeah, You're
a good guesser. Well, we'll find out if Jeff's right here next time on Stargate SG-1 for the next time. Hey, thank you guys so much for joining us. You guys are amazing. You've made it all the way here. You're awesome. You're totally awesome. Hey, do us a favor while you're here. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and wherever you get your shows, whether it's YouTube, Apple Podcast, whatever else is out there these days, Jeff. There's so many. Some go up, some go down. Right. Whatever. Wherever you get this show, do us a favor, subscribe, leave us a rating, leave us a review. That helps other people know that, hey, we're a cool show. And the best thing, the absolute best thing you can do is share the show with somebody that you know that loves Stargate SG-1, or someone who, like my friend Jeff over there, needs to get into the gate for the first time. Well, for that, I'm going to sign off now. My name's Brent. That's Brent. Jeff. Yeah, Jeff, what's up?
Do you know where heavy water comes from?
No, Jeff. Where does heavy water come from?
I got a deep cut one on this. It comes from chubby rain.
Okay. I'm going to need more than that, pal.
It's a Bowfinger reference. Don't tell me you don't know Bowfinger.
Well, of course it is. For crying out loud, Jeff. Yeah, I have no idea what Bowfinger is.
It's probably the greatest
Rush album of all time.
No, Eddie Murphy movie of all time.
Eddie Murphy.